Hey everyone, this is Alex or PolymomoTea, and today I have a video showing how to make these cute little cacti, and I made 5 of them in 5 different custom planters, so I hope you guys enjoyed. So first we're going to make the little templates for the cacti. So first we're going to make a plain cactus, and I don't know the names of any of these, so I just made a giant nub, and I'm making a smaller nub and cutting it off, and we're going to attach a small nub onto the big nub, and this is like the standard cactus shape. Then for another one, we're gonna take a little ball of clay and we're gonna make kind of etch marks like a pumpkin and make it all the way around and slightly flatten it out. Then for the third one, we're gonna pinch it into a pointy triangle shape. And we're just gonna cut off the end. For the fourth cactus, we're gonna make a ball of clay and roll into a snake, and we're gonna attach a bunch of snakes together, so it kind of looks like a sea anemone kind of plant-like ordeal. And we're gonna cut off the end. And for the last cactus, we're gonna flatten a ball of clay into an oval shape, and then give it a slight little pinch at the end. And then add tiny little ovals coming out from the tops. And I made 2 little versions of them, and I'm going to cut off the ends. And then we're just going to bake our little clay templates. And then once baked, we're going to make a little silicone mold out of them. And once the mold is made, we're going to take off our little templates from the mold. Next, we're going to make the planters, so I'm going to take some Fimo stone clay, and it's the Fimo Effects, and I'm going to cut a ball of clay on one side, and I'm just going to pinch the sides together and flatten it on the other. So it kind of has this round bowl effect, and in the middle we're going to add some brown clay inside and make it kind of like textured with a dotting tool. And then we're going to take a ball of black clay and flatten it out into an oval shape and make one little etch mark. And we're going to put that in the middle. And that's going to be the mouth of the planter, and we're going to give it some dot eyes. And this is the little chick planter bowl that is inspired by one of the planters that we have in our house. And this is actually the most simplest and my favorite planter bowl that I made of the 5. Then I'm using the Fimo white marble clay, and we're gonna roll it into a cylinder shape, cut off the end, and just make it a little more cylinder-like, a little bit more flat on one end. Next, we're gonna add our piece of brown clay and give it some texture. This will be our dirt. And then we're gonna take the same white marble clay, roll it out into a cylinder, and cut out 3 equal segments, and these will be the legs of the stand for our planter, and we're going to place that underneath. And for the face, I'm going to give it a yellow dot nose, some light blue eyes, and a lined smile. Make it a little bit colorful. The third planter, we're going to make the kitty cat, so we're going to take some white marble clay and flatten it out into a pancake shape. And then I'm mixing some orange with the same marble clay, so it has that marble effect. And we're going to flatten out a piece of that orange clay and place that onto our little pancake shape. And then we're going to pinch out a little triangle for the ears and cut off the end. And then add that to our base. So I made 1 orange ear and 1 white ear. Next, I'm going to add the dirt and give it the texture. For the mouth, we're going to give it an upside down Y mouth, along with some dot eyes. And I really debated hard, but I decided to give it a little oval nose as well. Still don't know if it's better without the nose or not. For the third one, I added some stone and marble clay and kind of blended it together, but not actually fully mixing it. So it looks like two halves, and then I'm gonna roll it into a cylinder shape and cut off the end. And we're gonna give it some line facial features, so a giant line nose, some line eyes, and a line mouth. And then we're gonna add our dirt. The fifth planter is my koala planter, so I'm taking some blue marble clay and flattening it out into a fat cylinder shape. And we're gonna give it a stone nose, and then two dot eyes, and then two half circles for the ears, but they kind of look like eyebrows, so I'm okay with either. And we're gonna give it our dirt and give it the texture as well. And this is the koala all baked. Here are my 5 planters all baked, and I'm so happy I'm finally using the Fimo Effect stone clay that I've literally had for years. So next I'm gonna make some resin mixtures. I'm just making an assortment of greens. And once I have my greens, I'm gonna place them into my silicone mold and let that cure in the UV light. Once cured, I'm gonna carefully demold it. Next, I'm just gluing on the little pieces of the cacti resin pieces onto the planters, and I've already kind of planned out which ones I wanted with which planter, so I'm just gluing them all together. Next, I have this assortment of micro marbles and plastic beads and sprinkles, so I'm going to use this to decorate my cacti. So I'm applying a layer of UV resin for a glaze, and I'm adding on different little beads. So for the pointy triangle one, I added these clear pink beads, and I just kept adding them together so it kind of looks like a flower on top. And I thought it was a pretty nice accent to the dark green. For the little pumpkin-y looking one, I gave it a layer of glaze, and I added these tiny little white micro marbles onto it, and I put 3 on each segment and let that cure. And it looked so pretty. It almost looks like glass to me. I'm so happy with how this one turned out. For the bird planter, I added super glue onto the tips of each resin segment, and I added a little pink dot on top, so it looks like each individual flower is coming out, and I gave it a layer of glaze as well. For the cat one, I glazed the 2 little cacti and I accented with these little gold micro beads and let that cure. And I thought the gold really stuck out as well. It matches kind of like the orange of the cat, I thought. For the standard cactus looking one, I gave it a layer of glaze and I added these little clear green micro marbles. And these are a lot bigger than the other ones, and I just added them in a line. So when it's all finished, it looks even more glassier than the rest because it's a clear micro marble. but it looks really cool and pointy. So here are the 5 cacti and 5 planters that I made. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really loved how this turned out. I'm super proud of this craft. And thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And please comment which of the 5 you liked the most and which one would you decorate in your home. Thank you.